Ashe, peace family, Kanja Queen here, and I have some interesting downloads and channels that I want to give the family today. But first, we're gonna wait for some people to come up in a building because we are live right now. Yo, so many downloads been coming, you guys. Like I wrote some of the ideas that some of the channels that have been coming through since this morning, but I'm like, yo, I cannot wait to get on YouTube and tell my family of all of the downloads that's happening. So you guys already know there's a lot of planetary movements, a lot of energies that's shifting and happening in the ethers, a lot of things that's shifting and happening with the planets, like the heavens. There's a lot of stuff going in the heavens right now, and you know, as above, so below. So we're going to really start feeling those effects very soon if you guys haven't started feeling it already. For those who are like considered metaphysics or occultists, spiritualists, healers, oracles, like sensitive empaths, I know that you've probably been feeling these energies. So we're going to get into some of the energies. We're also going to talk about a few things because you guys are about to get this work, okay? Facts, we got people coming up in our building. What's up, family? How y'all doing today? Good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. So we're live right now. Shout out to all of the family coming up in our building. Shout out to all the veterans who've been supporting since day one. And also, shout out to the new people up in the building. Welcome to the channel. We are adopting you. You are part of the family now. Ashe. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. And also, when you come up in that building, show your support and hit that thumbs up button. So that way more people can get this message. Because you already know that YouTube and the algorithms are always trying to shut down the channels that are talking about the truth, right? So anyway, look, we're going to jump into it. So we got a nice decent amount of people up in here. So let me know if the music is good or should I turn it down, family? I don't want it to be too loud. I just like to have a little mellow background music because when it's too quiet and I'm channeling, like the energy is too intense. So I need a little something in the background to kind of like mellow out the vibes. For the channelers, you already know what I'm talking about, right? So I got my water on deck because y'all know when I start channeling, I start getting hot and I get parched. Okay, and I got my selenite over here as well for the good vibes, because you know I gotta definitely get my vibes on and popping. So anywho, shout out to the moderators up in the building, holding it down. Make sure those trolls come up in here because y'all already know when we start talking about certain topics. Trolls come in here, agents come in here to kind of mess up the vibes. So let's just be on our P's and Q's because we're going to drop some major bombs up in here today and tonight. And I hope you guys have your pen and paper handy because a lot of the times they've been messing with my lives and they'll distort the video after the live. So make sure you get the information while we are live, just in case that it doesn't play back correctly like they did the last one, right? So anyway, I got some things that I want to talk about, and so I wrote them down because I want to stay on topic, and I'm going to take some Q&A afterwards because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have questions, and some of these topics were actually inspired by some of my clients that I have, because I do readings, guys, and some of my clients been having some paranormal activity happening, and there's a lot of reasons. If a lot of you've been having some paranormal activities happening in your home, or you've been feeling really sensitive or seeing things, hearing things, feeling things, or having really weird dreams and you're not really understanding what's happening right now, we are going to get into that in this video because a lot of shit is happening on the ethers and you're experiencing what's happening, okay? But don't worry, it's no reason to fear. So first of all, we're going to get into this. A lot of y'all that's tuning into the channel, y'all already know that I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. And when you come into the spiritual journey, this is not for the weak. This is not for people who's thinking, oh yeah, I could just escape my problems and come into the spiritual journey and all my problems going to go away. I could just meditate all day. No. When you come into the spiritual journey, you have a responsibility to acknowledge and deal with your shadow self before you can start healing other people. How you going to heal other people and you don't heal yourself? So a lot of the times as you come into the spiritual journey, you're going to get tested. You're going to run into some beings in the astral realm, in the higher realms, in the etheric realm that will test you, that will come to you in your dreams or come to you in visions or come to you in 3D, because sometimes they manifest before you, and they will check you. They will G-check you. They will check your gangster. Yes, they will, because they're going to say, okay, so you about that life, huh? Or you want to be a spiritualist, huh? Or you want to be a shaman? You want to be a guru? You want to be a healer? You want to be an oracle? Really? You about that life? Okay. So then they're going to test you. So a lot of the times I notice that people want to open up their third eye, but then they're afraid of seeing shadows. There are shadow people. Now, all shadows that you see are not necessarily bad. Sometimes you're just getting a glimpse into another realm or another dimension. Remember, we are in a multi-dimensional space. 3D is not the only dimension. There's dimensions and worlds within worlds. Y'all got to read the Emerald Tablets by Jehudi. I have the link in my description in the Amazon link, so that way you guys can get the books where I get my books from. I have a book list that has an extensive amount of information. If you guys want to know, how can I learn about metaphysics? How can I learn about the seven hermetic laws? How can I learn about the Anunnaki? How can I learn about magic and metaphysics and all of that stuff? Check out the book list, guys. I'm telling you, awesome books. I recommend it. So anyway, these books changed my life. So remember in the Matrix when Neo had to choose between the red pill and the blue pill, right? I feel like we're kind of already past that now. Like a lot of us, if you're watching my channel, 9 times out of 10, you took the red pill. And if you took the blue pill, you wouldn't even be here. Okay, let's just keep it real. You're probably still sleeping. So this is the thing. Once you take that red pill and you go down the rabbit hole, there's no going back. You can't be like, oh, wait a minute, this is scary. You know what? Let me climb back up the rabbit hole, because now it's like you too far deep into it now. This is why I always tell people, are you sure you want to open your third eye? Are you sure this is what you want to do? Like, your destiny is calling you. And a lot of the times when you have a big destiny, you cannot settle for a mediocre existence. You feel me? I'm getting tongue tied when I start, the energy, okay. So this is what's happening right now. One thing that I noticed is that the people who fake it the funk and the people who's really about that life, like there's literally being a line that's being divided, that is the spirit is exposing frauds, and the spirit is exposing frauds and putting those people who are real to the forefront. And if you guys haven't noticed already, like a lot of people have been being exposed. You feel me? And also too, you got to realize that because these DNA activations are happening, DNA activations basically mean that our genetic makeup, our magical powers, our innate abilities are dormant in our DNA. When we activate those powers or that superhuman gene, we're able to tap into certain dimensions and do certain things with our mind that the average human being cannot. You guys got to check out this really good movie called Limitless. It's actually on Netflix right now. Excellent movie. And it talks about what happens when the human brain is fully activated. It's kind of like the movie Lucy, right? But a little bit different, where the guy takes a pill to activate his mind. So check that out. Check out Lucy and check out Limitless. But basically, these movies are based on real shit. You guys are about to start having those experiences where you're going to start seeing interdimensional beings. You're going to start seeing things. You're going to start having contact from alien forces. A lot of people, a lot of my friends and close associates and people, some of my subscribers been telling me they've been seeing extraterrestrials. They've been seeing like crafts in the sky. They've been seeing lights. They've been getting contact, having dreams about aliens coming to them. These are not just dreams. This stuff is really happening. These beings are really visiting you on the astral realm. Whenever you have a dream, don't think, oh, I'm just making this up in my mind. What is the mind? The mind is everything. The universe is mental, all is mind. So that means that everything encompassing you and you encompassing it is the mind. The mind expands. The mind is not inside the brain. Like the mind is everything. So that means that when you go into dream state, you're literally exploring the crevices of your mind, which is the entire universe, and outside of that technically, because the all is outside of the universe. It gets crazy deep, especially when you read the Kabbalion. It really breaks it down. That book is excellent, by the way, and it's also in the Amazon link in the description. So taking the red pill, when you come into this journey, that means that you literally, a lot of y'all came into this incarnation knowing what you was going to get yourself into. So I know some of you guys may have been having thoughts like, damn, why did I sign up for this? This is not what I thought I would be getting into. This is too much work. This is not fair to me. I'm tired of feeling lonely, because this is a lonely road. And this is the sacrifice that must be made. You feel me? It's easy to live a normal life and, blend in with the crowd. Anybody could do that. But when you decide that, no, I want to be different. No, I want to fulfill my destiny. No, I want to activate my true power. Remember why you came into this path. Because there are going to be entities that don't want you to evolve. And remember, there's a after that full moon that happened, I told you guys, watch my last video. After the full moon on Friday the 13th, a lot of transformation is happening. There's people that's losing their fucking mind. There's people that's literally like accepting these DNA activation codes. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. Yo, Saturn just went direct. What was it, Wednesday? because Saturn been retro, so that means that a lot of things were kind of slowing up. Like if you've been feeling like confused or feeling like your money's been slowing up or your ideas are slowing up or everything that you're trying to do is just being like delayed. That's what happens when Saturn is retrograde. Because Saturn is like the big papa. Like he disciplines. He's about time. He's about discipline. He's about structure. He's about business. Like he doesn't play games. You feel me? So that's Saturn. So anywho, Saturn went direct. So this basically means that anybody who did you wrong, let's say exes, old friends, peers, people from your past or whatever that did you wrong, especially if Saturn was retrograde, then that means that that person's about to get that karma coming back to them. So karma is definitely hitting people crazy, which is another energy. So besides the full moon energy, people are getting hit by this Saturn energy. Bam, 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 bam. Like people gonna start coming to you from the past, like, yo, I know I did you wrong. I don't know, like, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Like, I'm telling you, karma is gonna be whooping they ass. So don't be surprised if you get a call from your ex, talking about, I miss you, I want to come back, you're the only one for me, you was the only woman that did me right. Don't be surprised when people from your past be like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have did you dirty like that. Okay, can we be friends? Can we look past that? Like, because I feel like karma is like, whew, Saturn don't play. And when he comes around, like when he comes back, because when he's retrograde, it's kind of like he got his back turned. So when he got his back turned, it's like, all right, Big Papa's away, so everybody start acting crazy. And a lot of people been acting crazy. So it's like, okay, now he turned back around, like, all right, what have my children been up to? And he starts seeing that, especially if you have a lot of Saturn energy, a lot of Capricorn or Saturn energy in your chart, yo, you cannot fuck with somebody who has a lot of Capricorn or Saturn, heavy Saturn in their chart, because like, whoo, that disciplinarian energy, that karmic energy comes back with a force, yo. Real talk. I'm telling you. So a lot of your enemies, a lot of people from the past, anybody who did you wrong, understand that if you feel like, you want to get revenge or whatever, there's no need, because karma is about to whoop them and you're going to see it. Like, you're literally going to see it. You're going to hear about it. You're going to see it. It's going to be brought to your attention. And not only that, because Venus and Mercury is in Libra right now. Libra deals with the scales. Libra deals with ma'at, or justice, balance. So let's say, for instance, now is a time where you're going to start to have more harmonious relationships. You're going to start to meet people who are on the same frequency as you, people who will level out with you, instead of being in one-sided relationships or being in dead-end friendships where it's like you're the one that's always giving and you're not getting nothing in return. I definitely feel like that Friday the 13th full moon energy is clearing things off. Like, I just had a reading with a client today, and she was friends with this lady for like ever. You know what I'm saying? Like years. And she was like, I've done had it. Like, I don't want to be dealing with this person no more. Like, their true colors showed. So people's true colors going to be revealed. Remember, Mercury deals with communication. Mercury deals with the thought and the thinking. So a lot of people are going to be saying what's on their heart. Venus is in the sign of Libra, which is actually home, right? So that love goddess energy is definitely going to be heavy. A lot of people are going to be falling in love. A lot of people are going to be thinking about their love life. That's why I said exes are going to come back, because they're going to be reminiscing like, damn, she was the only one who really like loved me, or she was the only one who treated me right. You feel me? And that Saturn energy is just bringing that karma. And then you got these DNA activation codes that's also making people go crazy. So a lot of people it's like so much energy hitting the planet right now. I'm telling you guys. And if you haven't woken up already, it's kind of like too late now. It's really kind of like too late. It's like, all right, we've been trying to warn you guys. We've been trying to tell you how to prepare. We've been trying to tell you how to activate your DNA, but you didn't want to step into it and step into your power. You wanted to play around. You wanted to avoid your destiny. You wanted to like blend in with the crowd. Like, that's what you chose to do. So now you're going to have no choice but to come back again. You feel me? There's a certain type of energy that comes in cycles. And when you miss that cycle, you're going to have to wait a long time for it to come back around. So if not in this lifetime, then you're going to have to come right back around again. You feel me? But the universe does have mercy on people. It's like, all right, you know what? We may give you a little bit, some leeway. But most of the time, that Saturn energy is not as forgiving. You feel me? So yeah, we talked about the red pill and the blue pill. So Saturn direct. One thing that I will say, this is a really good time to get more organized. Now that Saturn is direct again, you're going to start noticing like a relief. Like if you've been feeling like you've been constrained or put in a box, or feeling like you're frustrated, like things are not going the way that you want them to, your spell work or your manifestations is not coming to fruition as though you envisioned it. You feel like everything that you're trying to do is being delayed or distorted. A lot of that had to do with that Saturn energy. Pushing things back and slowing things up, because what that was doing was making you reanalyze and rethink things, so that way now that the energy is direct, is more smooth sailing, and you're going to start noticing that all of that energy that was backed up is like the blessings are going to start flowing in. So if you've been doing the work, meditating, doing the inner healing, cleansing yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, like I definitely feel like you're about to get that karma back, that good karma. Because karma isn't always bad. Karma is just the law of cause and effect. Whatever you give, you get. Whatever you feel me? Like it's the cycle of the law of cause and effect. Hair in my mouth. I hate that. There we go. Whew. I've been talking so much. Okay. Okay. So this is the next thing that I want to talk about. And this is something really important. Oh, it's 333 people in here. Look at that number. Whoa. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you also hit that thumbs up button. Moderators, don't forget to let people know when they come up in the building what we are talking about, so that way people could catch up, so I don't have to keep repeating myself. And I am going to do Q&As, because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have certain questions that you want to ask me about these DNA upgrades, and also about these extraterrestrial contacts that's happening right now. Because a lot of the times when we're channeling and we're getting these downloads and we're getting these visions and we're getting these voices that's talking to us and guiding us, a lot of the times that, yes, they are our angels and our guardian spirits, but they're also intergalactic beings, which are known as aliens, Anunnaki, whatever name you want to put on them. Like, these are pretty much intergalactic beings that are more advanced than us. And so the reason why they're coming to you is because you are an offspring of them. A lot of us are the offspring of the Anunnaki. A lot of us come from Andromeda. A lot of us come from Sirius. A lot of us come from the, Orion. A lot of us come from different star systems. But we have to realize, like, sometimes that comes out in readings. When I do readings for my clients, like a lot of the times the star family will come out and I'll be like, all right, did you know that you was a bloodline of this? Or did you know you came from this tribe? Or did you know this? Like, a lot of people come from the sign of the constellation of Sirius, the Sirius star, Sirius B, Sirius A, like, whew. So anyway, these are some of the things that you want to expect when you have gotten contact with these beings. And I want you guys to write this down and don't forget this, because this is important. A lot of the times these beings are trying to contact you, these ascended masters, these Anunnaki, these Nephilim, these higher beings are contacting you because, one, you are a vessel to hold this information. They don't contact any old body. They don't cast pearls before swine. So if they're contacting you, that means that you have some work to do. You feel me? And they're going to make everything in your life go wrong so that you can focus on your destiny, what you came to do. The DNA activation is making you remember. That's why a lot of people are like out of nowhere, like just changing their lifestyle. Like, some people's like, you know what? I don't want to eat meat anymore. You know what? I decided that I don't want to go to school for this anymore. Or, you know what? I decided that I want to quit my job and just start my own business. Or, you know what? I decided that I just want to like live in a whole nother country. Like, people are literally just making these like last minute, out of nowhere, like life-changing decisions. They don't know where it's coming from, but these are the channels. It's like you're literally waking up. Like, there's the personality, which is the avatar, the physical body, which you're seeing right now. Like, this image on the screen is an avatar, but there is a being and an energy behind this avatar that is driving this force. I'm just a vessel. That's all that I am. And a lot of us are only shells that allow the divine force to come through us to do this work in this realm. Because you need a physical body or a flesh body. This is your flesh suit, your space suit, to operate on the realm of 3D. There's no other way to operate in 3D without a physical body, right? So they come through, these intergalactic beings come through us through these DNA activation codes, and they're activating you because they're like, all right, it's time for you to wake up now. It's time for this personality, this ego, to awaken and realize that, oh shit, I am not just this physical body. I am bigger than this. I'm even outside of this realm. You feel me? Like, you're not even here. It's like the Sims game. You feel me? Like, this is just a character that you picked. But it's like, okay, well, I'm the one actually controlling this character in this simulated reality. And the holographic universe is another topic we're going to have to get into, because that is deep. Woo, that's deep. This whole entire system is like designed like a video game. The sacred geometry, right? But what to expect when you make contact with intergalactic beings. Now, a lot of people have been asking me to start talking more about the Anunnaki, Nephilim, aliens, extraterrestrial beings, UFOs, these intergalactic beings that contact us. One way that you know that they're trying to reach you is when you have these really far out dreams, and that you're having more lucid dreams now, where you're astral projecting. Let's say you've never astral projected a day in your life, and all of a sudden now you're starting to lucid dream. Now you're starting to astral project. Now you're starting to become a dream walker. You feel me? This means that you have one foot in 3D, 1 foot in a whole nother dimension. Like, you can literally cross dimensions. And the shamans and Native Americans did this a lot. That's why they revered the shamans so much, because they literally could just walk through different worlds. They could walk with anywhere. That's why they had the feathers on their head. They had the feathers on their head, which basically represented that they took flight. Their mind took flight, which means that it could fly in any dimension that it want to. You feel me? Deep. Anywho, a lot of the times, you know that you have the gift. You know that you are a child of the Nephilim, the Anunnaki, these demigods that they've been talking about in mythology. They are talking about you. You are the X-Men. They are talking about you. You have that DNA factor that they tried to kill off with immunizations, vaccinations. They giving now like 75 vaccinations to kids now. Did you know that? They did not give that this much vaccinations to our grandparents, to their grandparents. But as the generations keep evolving, they're trying to shut down your third eye. They're trying to shut down your pineal gland. This is why a lot of y'all probably having headaches, because whatever type of vaccinations that you got when you was a child, your body, your DNA is fighting it off. So naturally, you're going to have a headache because you've never used that part of your brain before. You've been sleeping. So of course, like, let's say for instance, if you've been in a cave your whole life and you never had no sunlight, as soon as you come into the light, your eyes are going to hurt. So what do you think is happening to your third eye? It's been closed this whole time. Your DNA has been dormant this whole time. So you're becoming a god, or you're becoming a goddess, you feel me, on earth, manifested. That's the whole point of this thing, to become gods on earth, goddesses on earth. Facts. So anywho, you know that you're getting some intergalactic contact or alien contact from these higher beings when you start having the dreams, when you start having visions, when you start seeing things and hearing things that are not physically there. And let me go deep into that, because a lot of people want to open a third eye, but they're not ready to see spirits. This is why I tell people, are you sure you want to open your third eye? You guys got to see this movie. I think it's called The Firstborn and Third Eye. Like, once you have the gift to see, you cannot unsee. It's crazy. It's a really good movie. I think it is called Third Eye. It's on Netflix. But once you have the gift to see, you cannot unsee. Now, there's some ways to close your third eye again, but that has complications, and we're not going to get into that. But we will say this, that you're going to be a target. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. You got to realize that you literally are like a federal outlaw or intergalactic outlaw, because there are rebels, not just that, there are governments outside of this human government. You got to realize that everything that's happening on this plane of existence is something bigger on another scale. As above, so below. This is one of the lowest planes of existence. So whatever's happening here on 3D is only an effect of what's happening on the higher planes. This is only like shit that happened like thousands of years late. Like, we are already years behind. You feel me? So, sorry. Let me come back. Let me drink some water. I hope I'm not like going too far, guys. Let me know if I'm going too fast. If I need to slow down, let me know. Or you guys may have to just catch this and watch this over. And watch it again. Sometimes you have to do that to catch the message, because the first time you hear it, it'll probably go over your head. Second time, you'll be like, yo, I didn't hear that part. So, another thing is, you will become a target. Like, literally, guys, you cannot talk a lot of this stuff. You cannot just start talking about, because they're gonna start messing with your numbers. They're gonna start messing with your videos. They're gonna start distorting it. They're gonna start messing with you. Like, they're gonna try to even come and threaten you in your dreams. Like, there's been times when these beings try to threaten me. Like, this is why you cannot be afraid. You are soldiers. You are angels. Like, you think angels are just like punks? No. Like, you come here because you can fight. You are soldiers of God or goddess. Like, you come here to be strong. You come here to lead. You think that you will be weak. Why would you be chosen if you was weak? You're not weak. But nobody taught you how to be strong. Nobody taught you how to activate your DNA. You've been taught that you're a sheep, but you're a lion. You've been taught that you're immortal, but you're a god. Thank you for the donation, White J31. Thank you so much. Thank you. I definitely appreciate donations, family. I say, you definitely know, because these agents. Let me tell you guys something. Okay, agents like in the Matrix are very real, and they're just not like these, weird white guys in suits that just come knock on your door like the Men in Black. No, these agents are also, they have astral police, which are people, these beings that are in the astral realm or in the higher realms, that sometimes come and stalk you and spy on you. So sometimes when you feel like there's a presence watching you, be like, yo, why the fuck I feel like somebody watching me right now? Like, a lot of the times they be sending things to watch you. Be like, all right, we got to watch this one because she's waking too many people up. But we got to watch him over here because he's saying too much. He's talking too much. So what they do is they try to scare you into like punking out. Like, you know what, they try to scare you. That's why a lot of the times, like, you might see demonic faces when you meditate, or you might see, evil things chasing you in your dreams, because they're trying to scare you from tapping into that energy. They're trying to scare you from going into those higher realms. And for some of y'all, if most of y'all that used to astral project, yes, remote viewing, C Diggs. Yes, remote viewing is very real. They can watch you and be somewhere totally different and watch everything that you're doing in real time. Shit is real. And that's why you be feeling shit like, oh, fuck, like somebody watching me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like spying on me. Like you could feel it. Like in The Magicians, the show The Magicians, when the guy he used to astral project and he was cheating in the class, and he was standing behind the girl getting all of her answers, and she felt him. Like she kept looking over her shoulder like, well, I feel something, because she felt him. You feel me? It's crazy. But they definitely do have agents that be spying on you, watching you, seeing what you do. And remember, there's no time and space in the astral realm. So that means that they can go into the future, they can go into the past, they can manipulate things. This is why we have the Mandela effect. Because now they've been had technology to alter time. Because time is not what people think it is. Time can definitely be manipulated. You cannot manipulate time on the 3D realm, but if you can go into the other realms and manipulate certain things in the astral, then you can mess with time. It's complicated. I would definitely recommend you guys read this book called Astral Dynamics by Robert Bruce. Oh my God, you guys. I also have the link in my Amazon link below. You guys have to read that. He talks about astral projecting. He talks about the different realms. He talks about time and stuff. Like, yo, it's crazy. Woo! Even Bobby Hemmett talks about time in the technosphere. He talks about the holographic universe. Thank you, Latoya Truth. Ashe, thank you so much for the donation, family. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's participating in this live right now, because we're about to get into some deep shit. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know if the video is going to be up for long, because they took down my YouTube, no, my Instagram video. I went live 2 times and they deleted both my videos and they will not save it. So I don't know what's going on with Instagram, so that's why I'm like, let me do a live on YouTube. Hopefully they don't delete this one. If this doesn't post after, you already know what's up. You feel me? You already know what's up. So make sure you guys take notes, or like do the screen record so you can have it for yourself. You feel me? Because after the live is over, I'm not in control of that anymore. YouTube is. So let's see. Signs of contact. So we already went over the astral police, right? And I'm not telling you guys this to be afraid, but I'm telling you guys this so you could be aware. It's best that you be aware and you understand what's happening. Now, understand something too, okay? This is something that a lot of people misunderstand. Now, when it comes to this magical art or alchemy, when you start getting into understanding astrology and like astrology, the science of the gods or the stars, and astrophysics, or you start studying with alchemy, dealing with like the metals, the herbs, the mineral kingdoms, and you start understanding like how to utilize all of these different colors and aromas and textures and stuff to do rituals to bring manifestation and change, like by manipulating the energies in this realm. What happens is you're changing, and your DNA is activating when you do your rituals too. That's why deep breathing, meditation, mantras, chanting is really powerful for your DNA. We are made up of what, like 90 something percent water? So water holds a charge. And when you say in these mantras, you're literally charging your DNA, your blood. Right? The Kundalini energy is rising. That's why a lot of the times, if you work with serpent spirits like Marta la Dominadora, which I feel like her ass is coming through me right now, like when you working with these beings, you got to realize that you start to get hot. That's that Kundalini rising. If you ever did yoga or meditating or stretching, working out, and you get that heat, and it's not just a physical heat, like, oh, I'm just hot because I'm sweating. No, like if you start channeling and even doing like readings, you get hot. That's the spirit. That's the Kundalini energy rising. That's your DNA activating. That's why a lot of the times, whenever you watch superhero movies, their powers usually activate when they get mad. You guys ever notice that? Like there's I think my homeboy told me it's called the Inky gene or something like that. When you get mad and fucking the lights freaking shatter, or shit just start falling apart, or the lights start jumping, or like something just happens when you get mad, or shit start moving or vibrating. Like shit like that is real. That's why you guys have to understand how to control your energy and your anger. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Let's get back. One of the things is when you start tapping into this alchemy, when you start doing magic, you're opening up portals. When you start reading and becoming an oracle and reading other people, you open up portals, okay? When you start working with the gatekeepers like Ganesh or Hecate or Legba, Ilegua or Ampu, you feel me? You start working with these beings, Saint Peter. If you work with the saints, you start working with these deities at the gateway. They are literally opening up pathways for you. You cannot get to certain levels unless you do certain work. They're going to test you. That's why they're tricksters. That's why they call them tricksters, because they're going to trick you. You got to solve a riddle. You got to go through tests. You got to do certain things to test your courage. And they may come to you in scary forms to see if you're a punk or not. It's like if you're afraid of seeing spirits and ghosts and seeing visions in the astral realm, then you're not ready to elevate. You're not ready for it. And maybe you need to take your time. And I'm not saying this to be condescending. I'm not saying this to be rude. Thank you for the donation, Natasha's World. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. I think I said thank you, Latoya. Yeah, I think I said thank you. I said thank you, family. Where was I? Whew, sorry. Somebody remind me, where was I at? My mind literally be all over the place, and I got this freaking Moldavite on right now. I got my black stones in my ear, my selenite on, like my crystals. Y'all already see me, my copper. Like, whoo, honey, I'm ready to come. You feel me? Opening portals. Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you. Yes, opening portals. You guys open portals when you do certain things spiritually, and it's not that. You're opening up portals and gateways in the mind. Remember, the mind is all is mental, okay? You opening up gateways in your mind, which means that not only are you opening portals, when you open up portals in your mental space, you're starting to open up the subtle bodies within you. So when you open up the subtle bodies and activate the subtle dormant bodies within you, you're going to start seeing the subtle bodies outside of you. Remember, everything that you see outside is a reflection of inside. As within, so without. The law of correspondence. And we're going to get into the 7 Hermetic laws in the classes when we start them. You can't escape these laws. I'm telling you, you cannot. It's everywhere. In every dimension. It's universal. You feel me? So when you open these portals, you're going to activate some DNA, and you're going to start seeing things. You're going to start hearing things that other people can't hear. These are the senses. You feel me? We have more than 5 senses. We have way more than that. But because a lot of us haven't been trained on how to use these gifts, we only think that we have 5 senses, and we only rely on these 5 senses, which are really deceptive. Because this world that we know it is not as real as you think it is. You feel me? So you got the agents, and then this is what I wanted to tell you. Now, I'm reading a really good book. It's called Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune. Please get this book, family. Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune. I have the link in my description. Guys, click on the Amazon link. I'm telling you, this book is amazing. Freaking amazing. She basically talks about how to protect yourself from these type of beings, how to detect when somebody's trying to like astral project to you, how to violate your space, how to protect your space. Not only that, but in that book, she basically talks about how, you know how guys, like if you're doing meditation, or let's say you did like a ritual and you start hearing like, you know, little bumps and creaks in the night. Now, for people who really scary and they get scared of every little crack and jump and stuff like that, then this work is not for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, whenever you do a ritual and you start hearing things in your apartment at nighttime, let me tell you, a lot of y'all think that it's paranormal activity or whatever. A lot of the times it's your power, because that shows how powerful you are. What happens is when you're meditating and you start hearing shit popping and moving in your house, that's your astral body, your spiritual body expanding, and it's literally pushing. It's like pushing, like, how can I say? It's stretching the astral photoplasm. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like it's stretching the photoplasm or the astral space, and that's why you hear the thing popping, stretching, little weird noise, knocking, because that's your energy. That's your astral energy that's moving around. That's called movement, right? 3 days you see signs, 3 weeks you see movement, and then 3 months you see results. So that's you literally getting the movement that you asked for. You're moving things. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. The law of vibration. You can't escape it. So if you are projecting energy, you're projecting a force. And what happens? You're going to start getting some vibration. You're going to start seeing some effects. Things are going to start moving. Things are going to start vibrating. Lights may start jumping. That's your energy. So y'all got to stop being so scary, because a lot of the times this is your own energy that you're afraid of. You feel me? A lot of y'all have telekinetic abilities, meaning that you can move things with your mind and you don't realize it. Like, you be like, dang, how the hell all these cabinets get open? I thought I closed them. And you thinking you have, what they call them? Poltergeist, but it's really your ass doing that when you go to sleep, because you don't know how to control your powers yet. So that's you opening up your windows, you opening up doors, you moving things, and you think you got ghosts, and it's you. It's your powers that you haven't learned how to activate. This is why it's really important that there be classes, because a lot of the master teachers was teaching this stuff to their students, but the science and the art got perverted. The science and the knowledge got put into the wrong hands, and now these people who are leaders of this world, this government, the bank system, they use it to control the masses. The masses are under a spell. The masses are under a spell. That's why you can sit here and show somebody like, yo, look what the government is doing. Yo, look what vaccinations are doing. Look what all of this, look what's happening. They just going to be like, oh, I don't believe in that stuff. That stuff is fake. That's conspiracy theories. What is you talking about? You know, and then like, that's that fluoride type of mentality. It's like, yo, they literally are under a spell. And the only reason why you're able to see through that bullshit is because, like, your DNA is immune to it. They gave you guys vaccinations and you still beat that shit. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. You guys have to realize how powerful you are. And this is why I'm here to remind you who you are. It's time to wake up. It's time to step up to your power. It's time. You're about to get this work. Because the ancestors, the spirit guys, the Anunnaki, the light forces, the Intergalactic Federation, like, you are angels or agents here to stand up for your star family, whoever you may be. A lot of us are come from star systems, and we're not terrestrial beings. There are two types of beings. There's terrestrial beings and extraterrestrial beings. People who are not from here, what they call Anunnaki, or the angels, or the falling stars, or all of these different names that they have, right? So that's some of the signs that you have in contact. When you start moving shit and having these weird dreams and having agents spy on you, that's when you know that you're a big deal, because that means that obviously you're a threat. Why would they watch you if you wasn't a scare to them? You feel me? Why would they? That's why a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people who were putting information out, that's why like certain people, I'm not going to name, who are really good, who are really giving out real information, they just stopped. And nobody knows why. Like, yo, why did they stop doing lectures? Why did they stop doing videos? What happened to their channel? Because literally these agents try to scare people and be like, you know, like, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not blackmail. They try to scare you into, it's a word I'm thinking, I can't think of it, but it's a word like where they try to scare you out of like waking people up. You feel me? Threaten you. They try to threaten you. It's a lot of people, and that's why, and this agents that's coming into this new age, and I hate that word new age, because there's nothing new about this. This is an old science. This is like arcane science. Like, this is old stuff. This is our stuff. We're the ones who came from the stars, the heavens, and brought this shit to earth. We are the gods who come back. Remember, they always talk about the gods left. There was once upon a time when the gods was on the earth and they ruled and walked side by mankind, right? Man and mankind are two different beings. Let's understand that. Man, the original, mankind, kind of like a man, okay? Two different beings. There are agents that come in and they, people pop up out of nowhere. Be like, yo, who the hell is this person? And they're like, yes, love and light, everybody. We got to stay away from the darkness. Don't go over here. Don't do this. Like, I thought spirituality was about incorporating everything, right? Holistic healing. Holistic means everything. Wholesome. So how you going to sit here and talk about, okay, you're not supposed to study this type of occult science. That's evil. Darkness is evil. How is that? Because the real black arts came from ancient Kemet, because Kemet came from the black land. So they called it Kemet or chemistry, alchemy, the science of the blacks, the black arts. They didn't want you studying this stuff because they knew that this is where the real shit is. You feel me? There were beings, the blue people, who was dark as hell. They look like blue-black. That's why the Hindus are blue-black. You feel me? Krishna. Like, all of them blue-black. Kali. Blue-black. These are beings, extraterrestrial beings that came with powers, and that they were trying to teach you something. They were trying to teach you something. And these powers are within you. Whew, we're going to get into the Q&A in a minute, y'all, because it's a lot of people up in here. It's 400-some people in here. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's good? We're going to get to this Q&A because there's a lot of answers. There's a lot of shit I want to talk. So, look. There's a movie coming out called Raising Dion. Have you guys seen the preview on Netflix? Yo, I think it comes out October 4th. Yo, if you go on my Instagram, it's in my stories. There's the trailer. Raising Dion. Yo, pretty much this movie is supposed to be about a little black boy who has like special powers. Think about Matilda, right? But this little boy, like, he has these gifts where he's telekinetic, like he can move things with his mind. And they was pretty much trying to like sabotage him, kidnap him. The government was spying on the mom, trying to kidnap the little boy. And they're basically talking about the children that are coming into the world right now. Don't you guys realize that a lot of your children are the crystal children that they've been talking about? A lot of these gods are coming through you. Like, this is why they're pushing these vaccinations. This is why in some states they even make it a mandatory. You can't even, before you could come to the school and be like, yo, this is against my religion or whatever, this is unethical or whatever, and get a waiver. Now they're talking about, nah, there's no waivers. You got to get it. So now guess what's going to happen? More people are going to start homeschooling their kids. You feel me? We're going back to the golden ages. Like, everything is systematically happening. This is how it was designed to be. I'm telling you. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now, family. And this is why they're trying to keep you all distracted with things that don't even make sense. They're trying to fearmonger you, talking about all these EMP scares and this stuff, this, that, this. Like, y'all got to stay away from the agents on YouTube and on Instagram and social media that's just instilling fear in your heart. Fear and hate. Like, be very careful of the agenda to make black people angry. There is an agenda to, like, cause racial, like a race war. Like, oh, these white officers are killing these black guys. Oh, this black guy just shot this white guy. Oh, oh, this, that. And I'm just like, they're putting this on the news to make you mad. Because guess what? When you're angry, remember what I told you. When you're angry, you're not able to fully activate your DNA. Your DNA actually, what's the word? It doesn't evolve. It devolves. Like, it literally shrinks. Like, there was scientific evidence that proved that when you get angry, like, literally your IQ, like, diminishes. You're not thinking when you're mad. That's why some people literally black out and they be like, yo, I don't even remember what happened. Like, you're not yourself. So that's why they try to keep you in a state of anger consistently so you're not able to activate your DNA. If you're always angry, you're not going to get nothing done. If you're always emotional, you're not going to be able to think clearly. You have to have a rational mind when you're using your magical powers. This is why the Buddhists always tell you, like, you have to control your anger. You have to meditate. You have to deep breathe. You have to calm yourself. This is why the master teachers didn't get angry. If you notice, they was always calm, always relaxed. Mr. Miyagi, the Karate Kid, he was always chill. He was so chill. You feel me? Even when he got mad, he was chill. Because he has self-control. He knew who he was. If you can't control yourself, then you can't even control the elements outside of you. This was the power of the alchemist. To master thyself. To turn that base metal into gold. To become a god. Alchemy. So, Raising Dion, y'all got to check it out. It's going to be a good movie. I can't wait to do a review on it. I might even do a review on the trailer and put it on YouTube. That would be really dope if they allow me to, right? There's another good movie on Netflix called Time Trap. I really want you guys to check this out because it talks about Agartha, which is the city that is a city inside of Earth. There's a world inside of Earth, guys. I be feeling like it's so much shit to talk about, and I be like, I can't talk about all of this in one video. I have to probably break all of this stuff up because it just gets deep, and I don't want to lose people. But there's a such thing as time travel, family. There's a such thing as there's worlds within worlds. Like, there's a whole entire civilization that lives inside of Earth. You feel me? There are beings, there are lives outside of Earth. Like, there's life outside of Earth. There's life on Neptune. There's, like, you know, like the Yemaya, the mermaid spirits that we see, the serpent spirits and stuff they talk about, the Starbucks symbol, right? Yemaya, Lasiren, Mami Wata. Those serpent spirits come from those Neptunian energies. And some of y'all come from those energies. That's why a lot of y'all have, like, strong affiliation with water, mermaids, fae. Like, a lot of us come from these different lines. And a lot of the times when your family, let's say when your mom and your dad produced you, right? When you was conceived. She talked about, Dion Fortune talks about this in a Psychic Self-Defense book that I have in the link in the description of my Amazon link. Basically what she says is that there are some beings that are in human bodies that are not human. She said there are non-human beings. Meaning that there are extraterrestrial spirits having human beings. And a lot of y'all is what she's talking about. She's talking about how in the moment of conception, when your mom and your dad came together to make you, right? What happens is there's a force, like there's spirits that's hanging out in the ethers, right? There's different levels in the atmosphere, the stratosphere. I can't think of all of the different levels. But like in each level, the higher up the level means the higher the vibrational spirit. And sometimes if your mom and your dad was really in the moment of love or passion or whatever, that climactic energy went so far up that it went past the human realm where the human souls are at. And it went past that into the realm of the elementals, the realm of the fairies, the realm of the angels. Like, there's different realms. And so some way, somehow, it got your ass. Because your ass was somewhere lingering in the higher realms, in the stratosphere. And then you came down into a human body. So the thing about that is kind of like a pro and con to it. The good thing is, it's like, okay, yeah, you have extra powers and you know, you're able to have this human experience. However, it kind of sucks because it's like, damn, I'm stuck in this human body and I'm not able to do the things that I want to do. Or I feel like I don't belong here. I feel like a black sheep. That's why a lot of y'all feel like black sheep, like you don't belong, because you don't. Your soul is not of a human essence. You feel me? You have a human vessel. But you at your core know that you know that throughout your life, like, yo, there was more for me out there. Like, I feel like life is more to life than this. Why do I feel like I'm supposed to be doing more with my life? Why am I not happy here? You feel me? Why do I feel like I don't blend in with anybody? Why do I feel like I'm an alien in my own home? Why do I feel like I'm alone in a big ass crowd? right? So a lot of us always felt kind of different and we didn't know how. Or like, let's say family members treated us different. Or even other kids knew that we were different, because kids know things. You feel me? Animals sense things, babies sense things, kids sense things. So this is why probably like a lot of the weirdos or black outcasts or black sheep got teased, ridiculed, pushed to the side, because they were different. And the kids didn't know why, but they sensed that you were different. You feel me? So they either loved you, they envied you, or they just wanted to destroy you. Because when people don't understand things, they want to destroy it. You feel me? So those are something that you want to look into, family. I'm telling you, like, they don't talk. This is what more people need to start talking about. Stuff like this. Why is it important that you need to know who you come from, what star family you come from, who's your lineage? Because I'm telling you, a lot of y'all come from the ancient Olmecs. A lot of y'all come from the Mayans. A lot of y'all come from the ancient, from Lemuria, from Atlantis. A lot of y'all come from Mu. A lot of y'all come from these intergalactic places, Sirius. Like, a lot of y'all come from these different, the Nomo tribes, the Navu people. Like, there's so many different star families, and a lot of this time these things come out in readings. Sometimes you're able to find out who you are through knowing your astral chart, like checking out your natal chart. You can just Google your free natal charts, and I think it's called Astrology Cafe or Cafe Astrology. Pops up and you put your information in, and they'll tell you like what the stars were when you were born. That gives you a clue. Also too, getting a spiritual consultation or a reading with a good source that you trust to read you and tell you who your family is. A good channeler. I'm a channeler, by the way, guys, for people that's new in the building. And shout out to anybody that's new to my channel. Welcome to the family. We're adopting you in. Welcome to the Divine Royal family. You are officially a member now. Like, we're all family, and this is why I do this, because I definitely relate to the black sheep, to the outcasts, to the ones who felt like they were different, because we are different. And I feel like it's time that we unite, and we are our own family. You feel me? Even though we may have blood connections to our family and we may not feel connected, like, that we're a soul tribe and we're a soul family. And I feel like there were Star Wars that were happening, like there were different intergalactic families and unions and that were fighting each other. Y'all gotta check out the movie Jupiter Ascending. They talk about the different wars that was happening out in space and the intergalactic things that were happening for like millions of years. You feel me? Happening for millions of years, and it's trickling down to Earth. And so Earth was basically an experiment. Delbert Blair talks about it. Earth was just an experiment to put all of these different races together to see if we can have like a one galactic, like, harmonic union. And I feel like now is the golden age where what's the word I'm looking for? Whew, guys, when I start channeling, my tongue gets tied. We are the representatives of our family, and we supposed to come and unite, because they're depending on us to do the work here. You feel me? That's why a lot of us keep coming back, because sometimes it takes lifetimes and lifetimes to get this shit right. You gotta cultivate your spirit. That's what we're doing. We're cultivating our spirit. We're evolving ourselves on little microscopic levels, and then taking that energy and the information back to source. Whew. I've been going on for a minute, y'all. Y'all good? Anyway, but yeah, make sure you guys check out those books. I know y'all always saying, Conjure Queen, what are some books you recommend? I have a freaking list for you guys. I have a freaking Amazon list. I'm the Amazon queen. I order on Amazon every goddamn day. So I'm like, look, if I'm going to freaking order on Amazon, if you order from Amazon, they ship to you like in 2 days. You'll get your book. You feel me? In 2 days, you'll have your book at your front door. That's why I love Amazon. So you could get it for like Amazon Prime for free for like 30 days. And if you got food stamps, I think you get Amazon for like $5 a month. So I'm just letting you know, if you get food stamps with government assistance, only $5. Okay? So people don't know that, but now you know. But yeah, check out Amazon. Check out the Amazon link and get those books, because I have a list of all of the books that I love, books that changed my life. And I'm sharing it because I want you guys to evolve and elevate. A lot of people don't like to share where they get the information from. So be really wary of these agents on YouTube, Instagram, and social media that are fear-mongering, and they never tell you where they get their sources from. They never trying to educate you guys. They never giving y'all resources. They never telling y'all, oh, check out this link or check out this video, check out this book. I recommend this. Like, that's why I love teachers that always recommend books. This is why I love Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett was always giving books, always trying to tell people to teach themselves. You feel me? Saying, look, check out this book, check out this resource, check out this article, check this out. That's how you know when somebody's real about their shit, when you can G-check what they're saying. Like, yo, check my resources. Here, this is where I got it from. You feel me? This is the book that changed my life. Check it out for yourself. Yes, I love Bobby Hemmett too, Zimara. So anyway, let's get to these questions because we're about to go into an hour in the video. I do want to get to some of these questions. I'm going to try to answer as many as possible because there are 520 people up in the building. You feel me? And I'm going to start doing way more videos talking about DNA activation. I really just, you know, guys, like, I really think that it's time for us to unite. Like, I've been getting channels saying that it's time for the children of the stars to unite. It's time for the children of the sun to unite. It's time to put away your petty differences and come together. This is why I don't necessarily like the conscious community, because there was too much division. You feel me? There's always, like, types. You feel me? Categories, types, and clicky stuff. And I don't do all of that. Like, I've never been clicky. I've always just been going with the flow. I embrace everybody. I'm a freaking weirdo. I love weirdos. I love black sheeps. You feel me? I love all that weird shit. Facts. So let's answer some of these questions. And thank you everybody who donated. Appreciate you. So let's ask some questions regarding the topic. Let's stay on topic. If you missed the book recommendation, check out the link in my Amazon link, okay? And my check out the Amazon link in my description. That's what I meant to say. A lot of y'all are channelers. A lot of y'all are children. Thank you, Warrior Empire. Yes, family, please hit the like button and support. When you hit the like button, you also help to share the word, because YouTube already be messing with my algorithm so nobody could see my stuff, and they taking down my stuff. So the more you help, the better. We really got to get this message out. We got to have more people talking about this. And I'm about to start having some people come up on the channel because we need to start collaborating, family. I already put the word out that I want to collaborate with people that are definitely about this life and who's ready to make changes. I'm not trying to collaborate with nobody who just talking the talk and not walking the walk. Let's ask these questions. Come on, family. Let's go. I'm trying to read this. It's going so fast. Oh, excellent question. Preachy Fried Goddess Soul. Interesting name. She says, can spirits that want to slow us or distract us take over humans to do so? Yes, ma'am. A lot of the times, remember in the Matrix how the agents was hijacking people, and Morpheus basically said if they're not with us, then they're an agent. That's pretty much what happens. So if agents can get to you directly, or these spirits can get to you directly, they will try to get to you through your family, through your friends, through your lovers, through people who have a weak will. This is why you have to strengthen your willpower so that you will not be coerced or persuaded by these spirits. Spirits cannot control you. They can only seduce you and provoke you. But if you have a strong willpower, then it will not touch you. And that's why they try to control other people around you. So that's why you got to protect your energy. And you have to be very wary of the friends that you keep in your corner and the family that you allow in your space, because they will try to break you down. And that's exactly why a lot of us had those bad experiences as black sheep, because these agents or these beings were hijacking our loved ones and pretty much making us feel like shit all of our lives. And that was to break your spirit. You feel me? That was to break you down so that you wouldn't be a god, so that you won't activate your DNA. Okay? Limitless light. How to control anger better? Deep breathing, my love. Deep breathing, meditation, mantras. Very good. Lana, how do you know if someone in your circle is an agent? I have a video that talks about signs that you're dealing with an agent. Check it out, my love. It's an excellent video. I think that you will get a lot of insight, and it will definitely answer that question for you, okay? Because that will take a lot for me to say, okay? But I definitely know that you will definitely get a lot from that video. Melanie Paluk says, when you show you're strong, will the tricksters leave you alone? And if you have your angels with you, will they mess with you still? Tricksters are tricksters. If they have the goal to trick you, remember, just because they trick you don't mean that they're trying to hurt you. Sometimes you have to, understand or pass a riddle or a test in order to go to the next level. So tricksters are put there on purpose to test your will and to see if you learned the lessons to go to the next level. Why Mashburn? How do you find out your past life? Love, you can do it through meditation. There's also certain rituals that you can do. I also do readings. I'm about to start doing past life readings again. So schedule a reading with me. In my description, you could click on the link and we can talk about your past life and see what karmic lessons you have to go through and messages that Spirit may be having for you. Sierra Mesker, why can't I remember my dreams anymore? It could be what you're eating. If you smoke weed, sometimes weed blocks your third eye, especially the hybrid weed that they have nowadays. That is, they're making weed to block your third eye. So people think they're smoking and they elevate them, but they really like breaking down their own DNA, especially now that it's laced with fentanyl. Latifah Richards, whatever happened to the candle magic and sex magic classes? Oh, more classes is coming up, my love. Hit me up, email me. I'm going to announce the classes very soon. I'm going to start putting up new classes. If you're talking about the old classes, if you already signed up for the old class and you want access to that, just email me and we'll talk about that. Michelle T, how do you know if you're a fraud? What do you mean? Oh, how do you know if you're dealing with a fraud? I don't really understand the question, beloved. Can you rephrase it differently? When you show you're strong. Thank you, everybody who's sharing. Yes. So right now we're answering questions. I'm going to try to get to questions. Some questions I'm passing by. No disrespect, but I'm trying to stay on topic. Something's going on with the chat room. It's glitching on my end. It's glitching. Oh, here we go. When am I going to collab with Pretty Boys? I got to hit her up. I've been so busy this week with readings and stuff. I just started doing readings again. Family. Latifah says, can we defeat these spirits? So there are methods and there are ways to protect yourself, protect your energy from these invaders by like putting up certain sigils and certain mantras and emblems around your house. But I'm going to get into that in my classes that I'm going to start having, guys. What is going on? Hold on. Let me scroll all the way down. Does your star planet have a lot to do with your personality? Yes, yes, yes. Excellent question, beloved. Your star family does play a lot to do in your personality, but you also have to realize that because you still have imprints from your human experience, that can also alter your personality. Because remember, the personality is when you're born into this world, you have a clean slate based upon the experiences that you go through in your family, work life, peers, stuff like that. It changes you. When your DNA activates, you become the person you're meant to be. You become who you really are. And that personality, that ego, that mask that you wear, it falls away. So that's why people who grew up with you or people who knew you all your life, like family and friends, are gonna be like, yo, you're different. Something's different about you. You look different. Like you talk different. You walk different. Who are you? And you're gonna lose a lot of friends because they're not going to recognize you. They're going to be like, oh, you don't want to hang out with us no more. You don't want to party no more. You don't want to do this no more, because you're literally going to be a different person. You're literally going to be like, yo, I'm not into this anymore. Like, and people want to think you switched up, which technically you just woke up. You didn't switch up. You woke up. You feel me? But yeah. Rashida Abdus, how can we speed up our DNA activation? By fasting, drinking lots of water. Check out my video on how to activate your DNA. I give a lot of tips in there. Life as Lala says, if you and Pretty Boys collab, that'll be dope as fuck. Y'all both were the first people I started watching in my spiritual journey. Ashe, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I know she been telling me that a lot of people been asking her to collab with me, and a lot of y'all been asking me to collab with her. Like, we both been busy. I just gotta hit her up. I'm probably gonna hit her up over the weekend. You feel me? Any fluoride free toothpaste you recommend? Tom's is good. They got a whole bunch on Amazon. Yes, the 16 penny ritual works, honey. It works like a charm. Y'all better check out my 16 penny ritual. Whoo, Jacob Powell. 2020 is gonna be 2020 is gonna be lit. I'm gonna say that. It's gonna be 2020 vision. That veil is going to be lifted. And that's why I'm saying, like, this is like end game. 2020 is like, if guys haven't woken up by then, it's too late. It's too much catching up to do. That's why all of us is waking up now. All of us is like shedding old skin now. This is like the this is it. Like, I don't know what else to say. This is why I'm doing these videos, to let you guys know what to expect, what's happening. I've been saying this since like 2015. Like, all of this stuff comes to pass. 2020 vision. How can you figure out what system you're from? Beloved, I do read reading with me, and it definitely finds out who your star family is and your ancestors. Your ancestors' star family are all connected. How to protect yourself from a false friend who is powerful and a very angry person. Just don't fuck with them. Block them. Sometimes the best way to protect yourself is just to move away. Leave them alone. A lot of y'all want to protect yourself, but y'all still be talking to these people and hanging out with them. I don't understand that. I'm not going to hang with somebody that got bad energy. I'm just going to cut you off, and that be that. Kate Caress, if you want to get a reading with me, love, you could book it on my the link in my bio. It says book me. Guys, Kirsten, yes, I definitely want to do meetups again. It would be dope to do meetups in New York because that's my hometown. Shout out to New York, Brooklyn. You feel me? I know more people in New York than in New Orleans right now. I'm sorry if y'all hear that baby crying. That's my neighbor's baby. She's so cute though. I don't wish I think it is my baby. I don't have any babies yet. Jamar Johnson, no, you did not ask that question. What if your star family cuts you off? I don't never heard that before. You had to do something really messed up to have your star family cut you off, because you got to realize these are evolved beings. They're not gonna cut you off for some petty human shit. You feel me? Unless you literally violated, you feel me, your code of conduct, or you violated their honor or something. That's the only way they will cut your ass off that I know of. But I never heard your star family cutting you off. That's weird. That's a good idea, Wild Mashborn. Do a holiday series on 2020 predictions. I'm gonna do a 2020 prediction towards the end of the year. I always do predictions for the following year, and all of the time, them shits always come to pass. I kid you not. Y'all need to watch my prediction videos. Y'all need to check out my last video, because I did some predictions for the full moon that Friday the 13th. A lot of shit's gonna happen. Will you be hosting any psychedelic retreats? I can't speak on that on YouTube. You trying to have them agents come for me? You probably an agent trying to set me up. Look at you. County Terry, you trying to set me up? Sound like a setup to me, buddy. Yeah, see? Yeah. Trying to set me up. Anyway. Sierra Mesder, how can you see someone's true form? Hi, Spinksy. That's my baby, Spinksy. My baby. So basically, you can see somebody's real form in the astral realm. Like, sometimes you got to train your eyes to see beyond the physical realm. So some of us are natural seers. So sometimes when I see people, like I literally see the spirits around them. I can see their aura. I could see like on the astral realm, like if this person has flowers or roses or butterflies, fairies flying around them. Some people have like imps and cockroaches and, you know, disgusting things flying around them. That'd be telling me the energy is bad, like swamp things. Somebody look like Swamp Thing. Y'all know Swamp Thing? Oh my God. Spink, stop making all that noise. Oh yeah, Spinks is a talking cat, y'all. Oh, Jacob Powell. Will there be a new Earth? This is the new Earth, honey. This is, you guys gotta realize something. Like, when we see something happening here on the physical plane, it already happened. So there's a transformation that's happening. Guys, haven't you noticed that this government is shut down? Like, y'all think that the government is together. There is no government. The government is sold out to these corporations. The U.S. is a corporation. Why do you think they call it the president? Right? The president of a company, the vice president, this department, that department. That sounds like a corporation to me. They sold out to the bank system. The banks own the government. So that's why everywhere you go, this whole entire 3D world is run by consumerism. Everything is about money. Money, money, money. Money runs the world, right? Why is that? Who owns the money? It's crazy. And then we finding out that, the U.S. never really was independent. That Great Britain or Britain was owning the damn thing the whole goddamn time. So your real rulers are the Queen Elizabeth, or a lizard, a lizard bit, because some say she's actually a lizard or a reptilian. But let me not say that, because last time I said that or somebody said that, their video got taken down. So you know how that goes. Algorithms. Blame the algorithms. Y'all need to look into the reptilians, family. Please check out the reptilians. Reptilians are real. Trust me, I dated one. You know what? That got to be a good story time. That's going to be another story time. The time I dated a reptilian. That was a very interesting relationship. I was with that person for a long time. And I didn't even know it was a reptilian until after the fact I learned what reptilians were. His eyes used to transform right in front of me. He had like these snake eyes. Like his eyes would change during the phases of the moon. Usually their eyes change like around like the full moon phase, or when they get really angry, his eyes used to change colors and they used to like turn into slit. Like, you know what a pupil is at? His eyes look like snake eyes. 200 years. What are you talking about? The classes are going to be online, so anybody can access the online classes. And we're going to do meetups and group meetups and stuff soon. I have a lot of things in the works, but group meetups are going to be very exclusive because I don't deal with agents. And y'all already know, every time you have a really good movement going on, there's always agents that try to come in and agents always trying to come in and mess with things. Look at Sphinx. Y'all can't see him. He's here. You got his butt in the air. Ew, get your butt out of here. What is Sphinx say? I love my Sphinx. Don't mind me, I'm a Cancer, y'all. We love animals. Here's my baby Sphinx. Hi, Sphinx. Hi. Anywho, Last questions. Come on, family. Throw some good questions at me. Throw some thought-provoking questions. Y'all know I like those questions that make me like scratch my head. You feel me? Those questions that snatch my edges and snatch my wig off. You feel me? That's the type of questions I want. Somebody snatch my edges, please. See, I need to be like my y'all need to be like my Instagram family. Because they be asking some thought-provoking questions. And that's why the Instagrams always get taken down. Ow. All right, now you're doing too much. Get off of me. Hope I don't sound crazy to keep asking, what if you only hear negative entities? I never hear anything positive. That means that you're vibrating on a very low frequency and you need to raise your vibration, beloved. Because these lower entities, they try to reach you when your energy is very low. This is why a lot of the times when these beings are spying on you, remote watching you, you feel presence around you, instantly raise your vibration. Do some exercise and go outside, get some deep breathing. What they try to do is they try to lower your vibration by like talking in your ear and making you have depressive thoughts or making you have suicidal thoughts, and you've never been suicidal. But that's why like a lot of people like killing themselves and shit, because remember I said all of this energy, the Saturn going direct, all these different energies, that full moon energy that just passed Friday the 13th, like a lot of stuff is happening, so people are going into lunacy. Right? Luna, the moon, lunacy, to be crazy. Like people can't handle this. They don't understand why am I having this psychic experience? They don't realize that they have these psychic gifts, so they think they're going crazy. So then they go to the doctor and tell the doctor, oh doctor, I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things. Then the doctor writes them off like, okay, well this one's a quack. You feel me? This one needs some medication, you know, prescribe some medicine for you to dumb your ass down and start labeling your ass crazy and shit, knowing damn well you're not fucking crazy or schizo. They're gonna just like, oh yeah, you're schizo or you're crazy, so yeah, you need to go to a psychotherapy or something. Meanwhile, all you really need to do is get up under a master teacher or get up under a healer or somebody who can help you channel that energy. Some people just need some Reiki, yo. They got too much energy going on. Okay, I'm not seeing any thought-provoking questions, so I think I'm going to sign out. You guys don't have any questions for me. So drop your questions in the comment section later on after this video post. I'm about to probably watch some good ass movies or read some of the Kabbalion. Check out the books that I told you guys to check out. There's lots of books excuse you. There's lots of books in the description and the Amazon link. That's my favorite book list that I made. Check it out. Get those books. I would definitely recommend that you study. Like you got a lot of y'all got to catch up. You got to take some time to study. Make some time. If y'all in school, you're in class, you know, you're gonna have to put some time aside to study that. This occult science, which really matters. You feel me? A lot of the stuff they teach y'all in school, that shit don't even really matter. You can't do nothing with it. I hate to say that, but it's real. I never liked school like that because I knew that shit was bullshit. But I digress. But yeah, guys, make sure that if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody who donated. Drop your questions and comments down in the comment section. Check out the links in my description because I have the links to get a reading with me, to get the book links. If you guys want book recommendations, I definitely recommend you get all of those books. And the spiritual stuff too, if you need so. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated with the classes and the meetups and stuff like that. I have a lot of things coming up in the works. And like I said, it's going to be very exclusive. The meetup's going to be exclusive. It's going to be a membership only type thing because I can't deal with the crazies. You feel me? Like I cannot deal with agents, with fake people. I tried to do the public events before and that went left. You feel me? So, not doing that again. We're going to have to make it very exclusive and private just to make sure for everybody's safety, and also to make sure that there's no people that's posing as agents to report back to NASA. You feel me? Yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This was a great live. Make sure you watch this over again. I hope you took some notes. I hope that this elevated your DNA, opened up your mind, got your brain juices flowing. Check out all of the information that I gave you guys. I gave you tons of homework to do. And if you want to have a one-on-one with me and you need to know who your star family is, book a reading with me. You feel me? I'm a really easygoing person, easy to talk to, get along with. So check me out. Oh, and I'm very blunt too, so don't come to me if you expecting some love and light crap, because I'm going to give you the shadow side too, and I'm going to tell you about yourself, okay? So if you want a raw no chaser, then I'm the go-to for you. So anyway, gotta go, family. I love you. Thank you everybody for coming in to the building. Drop your questions and comments in the comment section. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, and let's get this word out. Let's start activating this DNA and awaken up our star family. Until next time, Conjure Queen signing out. Peace.